everyone, it's Megan Elizabeth with AboveRubyStudio.com. Thanks for joining me for today's Tuesday tutorial. I already really have it laid out almost perfectly how I want it to be. I'm doing a scrapbook layout. It's kind of a trendy thing from, I just got back from CHA, which is the Craft and Hobby Association trade show, and the four most popular things that I saw at the show were chevron pattern, which is like the zigzaggy pattern. I'm pointing to this because I don't know why, but this is the hexagon. Hexagons were a super trendy thing at the show. So you saw a lot of chevron material pattern. Let's see. For example, Jelly Bean Soup, the Soup Staples collection. This is chevron pattern. It's like that zigzag. Super popular everywhere. Hexagons were everywhere. We also saw mustaches, which personally I'm not a huge fan of, but I guess I'm kind of going with the trends because I got a few mustachy things. And Polaroid snapshot like photos, like vintagey Polaroid snapshotty photos. Well, anyway, I wanted to do a quick layout. I was feeling really inspired, and since hexagons were everywhere, I thought, let's see what I can do doing something different with paper layers. And I cut out a whole bunch of hexagons using my Gypsy from the Fond of Boo, my favorite jeans, and then a piece of craft cardstock. And I just cut them out using I think it's the Accent Essentials cartridge, and it actually is like a hexagon inside of a hexagon inside of a hexagon. So I used my Gypsy, and I also used the Hide contour. I'll show you really quick so that you really get an idea of how I did this. And then I just laid them out. These aren't glued down at all yet, but I just wanted to give you guys the full picture of what I was actually doing here without taking, 8 hours to do a tutorial figuring out how I wanted to lay everything out. I really wanted it to just be busy and full of the hexagons, and then my photo to kind of be what catches your eye here on the side. I'm not always a huge fan of kind of like the magazine scrapbooking for my everyday life, and I call it magazine scrapbooking because what I refer to it as, it's like a lot of busyness or a lot of floral or a lot of something going on, and then just one picture and maybe a little bit of journaling. I tend to put a bunch of pictures on a page and put a bunch of journaling on a page, and that's a scrapbook layout to me, more so personally. But I do both, and like I feel like when I do tutorials I end up doing more of this kind of layout for you guys, just to kind of see more of the trending, what's popular, what's out there. I do both. Anyway, I want to open this up and show you guys. I'm calling it the Hexa trend because it's a hexagon trend, and I'm going along with it. So you can see I have them all lined up. I just kept copy paste each one. But when I click on one, let me just bring one up individually. I'm going to go to my advanced features. This little button here, it's like a square inside of a square. That's a hide contour button. When I click on that, you can click on each individual layer of a shape, and it's going to highlight it in red, and you can hide it or show it. So you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexagons inside of a hexagon. All I did was the big outer piece, and then I cut this middle section, so the one in the very middle of all of them. And those are the only two that I actually cut out, and I did them all at 2-inch sizes and just filled them up. And then the next one I just did, you can see they're all inside there, but the one in black is the only thing that cuts, and that's this this outer hexagon shape rather, and you can see they're all hidden. They're light gray, and then the black is what's actually going to cut out, which is that outer hexagon. So that's all from, let me double check that, make sure it's from Accent Essentials, and let's see. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, so what you do is when you click on your little shape and you come to your little drop down here, it says cartridges in use. So you click cartridges in use, and it's Accent Essentials. So it's right there. So we're using Accent Essentials for this hexagon. I'm sure there's other hexagons out there since it's so popular. Yeah, so that's what that is. So I just cut them out using both of them, using my Cricut expression. Everything's laid out. Then I just cut a piece of white cardstock, and I used my Fiskars scallop border punch right along this edge and just scallop border punched it. Now what I'm doing is taking the Megan Elizabeth mini alpha stickers, and I'm putting every day, and I'm going to write the word life down here. It's just a basic generic kind of title since I'm not exactly sure what photo I'm putting in. I have an idea of a photo that I think would look really cute, but I didn't want to commit. And the background, this background piece of paper, this is a Grid and Barrett Sneaky. It's a paper layers piece of paper. I have used Sneaky, this Grid and Barrett Sneaky, more than probably any other paper in the collection. It's so versatile, and I use it for backgrounds all the time, and I don't know, I'm really a fan of, I designed it, so I guess, you know, of course I'm a fan of it because it's what I like. But I think you guys will get a lot of use out of it. I really tried to keep the paper layers patterns very simplistic and subtle, but still kind of, you know, stand out and work for multiple different things. So this is the Fond of Boo, and you can kind of see there's just soft, subtle lines in there. And then if you look really close, you can see there's little like bamboo leaves. That's why it's called Fond of Boo, as in bamboo. Just something different, something, you know, it's not out there, but it's not like screaming it's bamboo at you either. And you can really line things up using the grid pattern, which is great. Britton Lynn actually did a layout with Grid and Barrett for CHA as a CHA display piece, and she made sparkle lights, or she made a chevron pattern out of sparkle lights, and I think she posted a picture of it. You'll have to check it out. Just awesome, absolutely awesome. I don't know how else to express it, that she used sparkle lights to make that chevron pattern on here. Looked so neat. Okay, just like that. And then I just want to start adhering each one of these down, and then I'm going to do just a few other little accents coming out this side. But you can see I have a couple of them that are kind of hanging off the outer edge. I'm just going to cut those off right where they are. And I'm probably going to add a few other things on here. Kind of going to see as I go. I gotta find a picture too. So I'll check back in with you in just a few minutes. And I guess for those wondering what I'm using to adhere this down, I'm using my Glue Glider Pro. This is the Perma-Squares cartridge. I actually don't like this cartridge as much as some of the others, and I don't even know if they have it available anymore. But it's called Perma-Squares because they're just little tiny squares that come off, kind of spread out. I don't know that I'd recommend it for most of the stuff that we do as paper crafters, just being honest. The Glue Glider Pro Plus that has the purple cartridge, that's the one that you need to get. I'm just trying to use this up, but basically one little tiny square comes out at a time, and I'm placing it down. So that's what I'm using for this. And then I'm probably going to use my Scotch Quick Dry on the other, just because it's hard to get the squares on there. I just wanted to show you something that was a little bit, you know, hot at the show. What's hot at the show? Everybody always asks, what did you see? What's new? Well, I don't know if it's anything new. Hexagons aren't any kind of new shape, but it was definitely the trend while we were there. Now these are the mini alpha stickers. They coordinate perfectly with this color. This is the exact same color from the My Favorite Jeans Fond of Boo. It's the same exact color, green. There's a couple greens on that piece of paper, but it is the same one. Alright, so just about finished. I'm going to actually, I haven't used these in a while, and these colors go so great. I'm going to use Viva Decor Pearl Pens in Sunny Yellow and Kiwi. I've been using Sparkle Lights so much instead that I just decided, no, I got to go back to my old school favorites, which is my Viva Decor Pearl Pens in, again, Kiwi and Sunny Yellow. So I'm just going to add a little bit of pearlized dots right on different hexagons, and I'm doing it in threes, which again, I do that a lot, and I sometimes get yelled at, you do everything in threes. I don't know. I'm actually going to go all the way up this little guy here where the pink and green come together, and do that again down here. I don't know, I think that looks kind of cool. This doesn't always have to be in threes. So this is just going to be my dimension adder and a little bit of a different texture as well. Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to keep it. I was thinking about, oh, I could add, I don't know, I had a million ideas of other things that I could add to this to give it more, and I just thought, oh, I could pop that up different hexagon shapes. I could do, I don't know, there's so many different options of things that you could actually do. I could add a Polaroid picture. I could add some strips of paper, like another coordinating paper. I could have another scallop come down this side in a different color. I don't know. I just kind of felt like this was enough. And sometimes, you know, I think we overthink things a little more than we need to. I'm adding an actual line here. I'm hoping I'm not going to be sorry. I'm adding an actual line there. Ooh, that kind of looks cool. Oh, I could do that again up here. Okay, so just line it. Sometimes you can be sorry. It can like blob. Don't want that to happen. Oh, this looks so good. This looks so cool. Okay, I'm gonna finish this off. I'm gonna do a dotted line on the yellow side over here, right along this edge. And I'm actually gonna use my grid pattern as my guide. So I'm gonna go every line, like where it intersects, I'm putting a little pearlized dot. Keeping them as consistent as possible. Sometimes that's not easy. But this is going to finish off my page. I think awesome. And then I'll just stick my photo in when I figure out which everyday life photo I want to use. It can be anything. And you can always change up your title. It would be really cool if you had like a handwritten title journal block of some sort. Definitely could use something like that on here. That would be so neat. Be so neat. All right, I gotta fix some of these up here. Okay, that's good. That one's a little bit off right there, but it shows that it was hand done. That's so cool. I love it. I hope you guys do too. And thanks for watching today's 2-stitch tutorial. I'll see you guys soon. We have a lot more coming out. I'm really excited. I have a bunch of videos kind of ready to go, and I can't wait to see what you guys think of them while I am recovering from oral dental surgery. Bye.